Let us talk about Trump. Everyone loves talking about him. He's living rent free in everyone's mind, right? I mean, don't you miss him? We all miss him. And they miss him too. It's ridiculous. Now, I have this article that talks about Trump says GOP won't win with McConnell, plans to back MAGA primary candidates. I mean, it's true. McConnell asked Trump, he talks about it. He's like, he was down one point, asked me for his support. I rallied for him and he won. He wouldn't have won without Trump's support. Trump calls him on it. It's pretty brutal. I'm going to get to this article, but before I do, I just want to show you this. This is a tweet I retweeted from The Hill, which is a great place for news. I mean, it's more center than the Washington Post. We'll give them that, all right? But you could see them hiding in the bushes. Here's Trump. He's about to tee off, but they're hiding in the bushes here, and through the trees, through the bushes, catching him. They're like, "This is what former President Donald Trump spends part of President's Day doing." Golfing. It's like, okay. Now, look what Biden did. Media celebrates. That alone threw me off. Media celebrates Joe Biden's historic achievement of beating granddaughter at Mario Kart. What? Trump went golfing and they were like, how dare he go golfing? I'm talking when he was president. During the COVID crisis. Are we not in a COVID crisis? Because they seem to think that we're in a COVID crisis. Like, it's crazy right now. 2 masks now. You got to wear 2 masks. Get tested through your butthole because it's better that way. You can really, make sure that you have it or not. But definitely 2 masks. And if Trump was president, that they would flip their lid. If he played video games, he's wasting energy playing video games. How dare he? Well, then here we have Joe Biden as president right now. They're celebrating him. Who? The media. Yeah. You know who's actually celebrating a president? The people down in Florida. Trump greeted by hundreds of cheering fans for President's Day. They still love this guy. Hundreds of cheering fans who rallied to support him on President's Day. To show the show of support followed the Senate vote Saturday to acquit Trump of inciting the January 6th Capitol riot that disrupted certification of President Biden's victory. They got to sneak that in always. Trump supporters staged the rally along the road near his Mar-a-Lago residence in Palm Beach, Florida. Yeah, they love him. They love him still. You know who also loves him? All his haters too. Man, they need someone to blame. They need it. They have to have someone to blame. There needs to be someone because, oh man, they can't look inward and be accountable for their own actions, their own inadequacies in life, where they have to actually improve themselves and work towards something. No. They need someone to blame. And it's been Trump for so long. What do? Well, he's gone. Oh yeah, they still keep blaming him. That's it. That's really what it is. They just keep blaming Trump. Can you imagine if Trump went and played Mario Kart? They would be like, those machines cost $11,000. That's taxpayer money. That's actually the truth, by the way. They're $11,000 per machine in camp wherever the heck Biden went. And I think they were racing each other. So it's $22,000. Man, if Trump did that, they'd be like, wasting taxpayer dollars. How and the president's time during President's Day. It's a sacred day to talk about the presidents of this country. How dare he? Oh wait, no, Biden's president now. Oh no, we celebrate his historic win against his granddaughter. God. I was dying. Babylon Bee, right? You guys know Babylon Bee. So they of course had to tackle this, right? They said Biden lost a historic race against his granddaughter because he was trying to sniff Peach's hair. And it shows him like playing, but sniffing the screen. And there's Princess Peach, and I just thought that was hilarious. But it's just, man, the media is ridiculous. The two-face of the media is just like, pick and choose. Which is it? Are you going to be upset when a president isn't being presidential? I mean, or not? Like, actually, now that I think about it, most presidents golfed, aren't right? I mean, golfing is a sport that I feel most presidents play it, right? Does Biden golf? No, he plays games with his granddaughter. I was going to say something rude, but I'm going to refrain. Anyway, it would have been too easy. So, but this is the hit piece. This is Trump striking back. He wrote this scathing letter. Now, it's rather long, but Epoch Times wrote a nice little article to sum it up for me. Former President Trump is, in a strongly worded statement, criticized Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, his leadership, and said the Republican Party won't be successful in the future with McConnell at the helm. The former president's statement, which was released through his Save America PAC on February 15th, blamed McConnell for the GOP's 2020 loss of the Senate majority. He asserted that McConnell's move not to support calls from Democrats and Trump for $2,000 stimulus payments was weaponized by Democrats. It absolutely was. Who promised the checks to voters if they won January 5th runoff elections in Georgia. You should see the fire that Joe Biden is getting right now. He just posted a tweet today that just said, "Mask up, America," and it's just him walking with a brand new, who knows how expensive that suit is, wearing a nice new suit, crispy suit, and oh my gosh, the quote tweets are all, "Where's my money, Joe? Where's my money, Joe? You owe us money, Joe. Where's that money you promised us, Joe?" Yeah, because they're focused on what are they? Trump. They're still focused on Trump. They can't get him out of their head. They're obsessed with him. They are obsessed with this boogeyman that they've created in Trump, that they don't care about the American people. You think they care about us? No. It's ridiculous. Anyway, this is a quote from him. "He will never do what needs to be done or what is right for our country. Where necessary and appropriate, I will back primary rivals who espouse Make America Great Again and our policy of America First. We want brilliant, strong, thoughtful, and compassionate leadership," Trump said. Then came the Georgia disaster, where we should have won both U.S. Senate seats, but McConnell matched the Democrats' offer of 2,000 stimulus checks with $200. How does that work? The former president added, it's because the Democrats' principal advertisement and a big winner for them. Yep. Trump added that the GOP under McConnell's leadership will never do what needs to be done in order to secure a free and fair electoral system in the future, adding that the Republican from Kentucky has no credibility on China because of his family's substantial Chinese business holdings. Woo. The statement underscores a growing schism in the GOP between the pro-Trump elected officials and the wing led by the likes of McConnell and House leadership member Liz Cheney, who voted to impeach Trump last month. Several Republican senators who voted to convict Trump over the weekend were subsequently censored by their respective state GOP. Cheney, meanwhile, will face a Republican primary challenger for her seat in 2022. While McConnell voted to acquit Trump, he claimed the former president was responsible for the January 6th Capitol breach. The GOP leader also suggested that the former president could face civil or criminal charges, although he was acquitted in the Senate. You know, the NAACP just filed a suit against Trump for the Capitol riot. It's just, they need him to be the boogeyman. They can't let go. They need to be victims, right? I mean, that's really what it is. It's like victim or they have nothing. They got to maintain their victim. They need to keep people believing they're victims so that they can control them with their emotions. I mean, that's really what it is, isn't it? I mean, that's just my opinions on the matter. It's ridiculous. Look, I mean, it keeps going on and basically sums it all up. But that's essentially it. Trump is right, though. You know, McConnell can't win without Trump. Trump basically took a huge base of the country, and people support him and listen to his words. They're going, yeah, F McConnell. We don't want him in office. Do you think that like 2022 is going to come around and all these incumbents are going to keep their spots? I don't think so. I think there's going to be a huge shift in the government, and we'll see what happens with it. But man, the way that they have been spinning everything is ridiculous. You know, the spinning of, you know, the officer that was supposedly beaten with a fire extinguisher, but turns out he wasn't, and he was actually died from a stroke, which is completely different. Which they're actually not talking about the fact that it could have been from the tear gas that they themselves used. But they can't bring that up, because if that's the case, then they ended up killing themselves. Killing the police force killed him. Like, this isn't proven. This is speculative. We don't know for certain what caused the stroke, but that's what they're alluding to. They're curious that may be the case, that it was a pepper spray.